What does it take to become a legend, to transform from a mortal man into a figure shrouded in mystery, capable of appearing in a dozen places at once? This is the story of how one man, Hattori Hanzo, became 12. Not through magic, but through mastery of strategy, espionage, and combat, so formidable that his enemies believed he possessed supernatural powers. In the chaotic twilight of feudal Japan, as great warlords vied for ultimate power, one ninja samurai stood between Tokugawa Ieyasu and certain death. This is the true story of the demon who saved a shogun. To understand Hanzo's extraordinary achievements, we must first understand the world he was born into. The year was 1542, during what historians call the Sengoku Jidai, the Warring States period. Japan was fractured, a collection of rival clans locked in an endless struggle for dominance. It was an era of constant warfare, betrayal, and political intrigue. This was the landscape awaiting Hattori Hanzo, born as Hattori Masanari in Mikawa province. His father, Hattori Yasunaga, was a minor samurai serving the Matsudaira clan, who would later become the powerful Tokugawa. From his earliest days, Hanzo was immersed in the ways of war and politics. Historical accounts suggest he began his martial training as early as 8 years old, mastering not just the sword, but the less conventional arts of warfare that would make him legendary. He was no ordinary samurai in training, he was developing the diverse skill set that would later earn him the nickname Oni no Hanzo, Demon Hanzo. What set Hanzo apart was his connection to Iga province, the legendary home of the ninja. While born in Mikawa, his family roots stretched to Iga, giving him access to the secret world of espionage, unconventional warfare, and intelligence gathering that would prove invaluable in the conflicts to come. This unique combination of samurai honor and ninja practicality would define his entire career. Hanzo's first major test came in 1562 when he was just 16 years old. Tokugawa's family had been taken hostage at Kaminogo Castle by the Imagawa clan. The situation seemed hopeless, a heavily fortified position holding precious captives. But Hanzo led a small team on a daring nighttime assault, employing what we would now call guerrilla tactics. Historical accounts describe how he used surprise, deception, and unconventional tactics to successfully rescue Tokugawa's daughters and capture high-ranking Imagawa clansmen. This wasn't a traditional samurai battle of honor, it was a calculated operation where effectiveness trumped ceremony. The mission was a spectacular success, and the young Hanzo caught the attention of Tokugawa Ieyasu himself, who recognized in Hanzo a unique talent that went beyond conventional warfare. But Hanzo's loyalty was about to face an even deeper test. During the Iko-Iki rebellion in 1563, when even many of Tokugawa's vassals turned against him, Hanzo stood firm. Despite being a follower of the same Buddhist sect that motivated the rebels, Hanzo's loyalty to Tokugawa never wavered. This demonstration of fidelity during crisis cemented their bond. Perhaps the most poignant demonstration of Hanzo's character came in 1579, when Tokugawa Ieyasu was forced to order his own son Nobuyasu to commit seppuku after allegations of treason. Hanzo was designated to serve as second, the kaishakunin who would deliver the final blow, but he refused, unable to raise his sword against his lord's son. Tokugawa, moved by this display of devotion, reportedly remarked, "Even a demon can shed tears." This moment reveals the complex man behind the demon legend, a warrior with unwavering principles and deep emotional capacity. In 1582, catastrophe struck. Oda Nobunaga, the powerful unifier of Japan, was betrayed by his general Akechi Mitsuhide and forced to commit suicide in what became known as the Honnoji Incident. Suddenly, Tokugawa Ieyasu, Nobunaga's ally, found himself dangerously exposed in enemy territory far from his power base. He was trapped with only a small retinue, hunted by forces that wanted him dead. This was Hanzo's finest hour, the moment that would cement his place in history. Ieyasu needed to travel from Sakai back to his safe territory in Mikawa. The most direct route went straight through the treacherous mountains of Iga province, a region known for its dangerous bandits and Ochimushigari gangs who hunted vulnerable samurai. Hanzo masterminded the escape route. With only 34 companions to protect Ieyasu, they faced seemingly impossible odds. Portuguese missionary Luís Frois recorded that Tokugawa's retainers, including legendary generals like Honda Tadakatsu and Ii Naomasa, fought their way through relentless raids. Sometimes they negotiated passage with bribes of gold and silver. Other times, they cut their way through. The journey reached its climax at Keida Pass, where the party suffered their final major attack. But here, Hanzo's connections to Iga proved decisive. As they entered territory controlled by the Koka Iki, allies of the Tokugawa, the local warriors provided escort and protection. Survivors of Nobunaga's earlier conquest of Iga, who held respect for Tokugawa, joined the mission. Against all odds, Ieyasu reached Mikawa safely. This extraordinary journey, masterminded and protected by Hanzo, literally saved the future shogun. Without Hanzo's knowledge, tactics, and connections, Ieyasu would have been captured or killed, altering the course of Japanese history forever. After Tokugawa Ieyasu's eventual victory at the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600 and his establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate in 1603, Hanzo's role evolved from battlefield commander to master of security and intelligence. Hanzo was appointed commander of the Iga Guards, an elite force of ninja warriors tasked with protecting Edo Castle, the seat of Tokugawa power. Under his leadership, these warriors formed what we might consider today a special forces protection detail combined with an intelligence agency. The stories of Hanzo's capabilities began to blur the line between man and myth. His reputation grew so formidable that his enemies began to believe he could be in multiple places at once. Hence, the legend of the 12 Hanzos was born, not literally 12 individuals, but the perception that his network was so extensive, his methods so sophisticated, that his presence seemed ubiquitous. Hanzo's legacy is physically embedded in modern Tokyo. One of the gates he guarded, the Hanzomon, now gives its name to an entire area and a Tokyo subway line. Every time someone passes through Hanzomon, they're walking in the footsteps of this legendary figure. In his later years, the man known as Demon Hanzo revealed another dimension to his character. He built a Buddhist temple and became a monk, taking the name Seinen. The Seinenji Temple still stands in Tokyo today, a peaceful refuge founded by the legendary warrior. This transformation from fierce warrior to spiritual seeker adds profound depth to our understanding of this complex historical figure. Hanzo died in 1596, before seeing his lord Tokugawa Ieyasu achieve ultimate victory, but the foundation he helped build ensured the Tokugawa shogunate would rule Japan for over 250 years of unprecedented peace and stability. The story of Hattori Hanzo teaches us that true power often lies not in brute force alone, but in the strategic combination of different strengths. He was both samurai and ninja, both demon and devotee, both warrior and monk. His ability to navigate these apparent contradictions made him legendary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Hattori Hanzo, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone interested in samurai history or Japanese culture. We've got more fascinating historical content coming soon, including a video about Hanzo's contemporary, Miyamoto Musashi. So click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Remember, history isn't just about dates and battles. It's about the extraordinary people who shaped our world. Until next time, keep exploring the stories behind the legends.